Clark Street, and they knew that they had been outbid on the rent for the lease the following year. So the last couple of months they were open, they turned it into a sort of Middle Eastern sandwich shop and art gallery, and they had this really dynamite lemonade tea. So I'd sit in there and make like a 21st century kind of beatnik jock kind of guy. It's called Sketches on a Cafe Wall Turned into a Cartoon. Painted wallflowers sway gently to a reggae beat on the radio. Jump to the counter. Pace quickens with a hard driving sax and blinks of my eyes. A sketched tree looks ready to run. Light and shadows cast on the wall canvas from outside. Tree branches waving, trunk leaning forward. I'd like to make two announcements. On Sunday, the 6th of October, is the next What's in Your Heart at the Kitchen Sink, 1107 West Berwyn. That's a few paces east of the Berwyn Avenue Red Line L stop. At Let Them Eat Chocolate on Friday the 11th. It's 7, I believe.
7:30, something like that.
7 till 9, like this theoretically is. That's at 5306 North Damon. Okay, I'm sorry. Sunday, October 6th, at the Kitchen Sink, the What's in Your Heart is at 5 p.m. Thank you.
Oh, very cool. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I have no idea what has happened to my master camera that was fully charged, but it seemed to die, and so only the beginning open micers were blessed. I don't know if the other crappy camera with the bad lighting, it's probably chopped off my head or something. I'm not sure because I'm in Amazon woman and like a foot taller than everybody else. I'm not sure.
Your head's still in there.
It is?
Just don't stand up tall.
It's a mirror.
I'll just slouch. No, I'll just lean on one. I have no idea. Anyway, I thought I would read the last chance to read things from cc&d magazine before the new issue comes out, and I thought I would read. I don't really like this cover. I like the fireworks over the.
I like the fireworks.
And of course it didn't appear quite like that because I don't think fireworks would like collapse on buildings, and I don't think it would really work like that. But it looks really cool, so I had to give it that. I have a poem here from Dana Stamps II, which I don't usually get with a woman's name, so it's really kind of cool. This is a piece called I Walked Behind. Both my dad and my stepdad, they did it. Walked 10 feet ahead of my mother and I. And even just I walked behind. One odd time I thought, he is my dad. I'll go up to him, to see what he is doing. But he pushed me back, denied me unvalued love I had to give. Stupid kid. I asked my mom, she let me walk beside her, why he was acting like that. She said, oh, he's just that way. I was too young to question this further for a motive, just accepted the boundary as the way it was for me. The possibility that it could or should have been different didn't even occur to me. I walked behind. Thank you, Dana. I know, it was moody piece. Thank you. I thought it was a very good piece. And I haven't seen Pepper around here, and I believe she read this before, Pepper Giese. She submitted this, and when I have people that are in the Chicagoland area, they get to be in the Chicago Pulse section with Sweet Poems Chicago. on it. Pepper wrote this poem called Isolation. I'm just a kid in cutout clothes, a stranger hiding deep within the hollows of my soul. The traffic of this city reminds me of a distant place where I can always be alone. Pepper. I feel I'm doing really moody stuff, but they're cool pieces. And Bob Rashko wrote a Dreams poem from this before, so here's another one, Dreams 12-6-12. Oh, how will this go? We'll see. Dreams 12-6-12. I was in my house, and I heard a bunch of men come in through the front door. I recognized their voices, and I was near the bathroom at the end of the hall, so I walked into the bathroom. I pretty much closed the door when I heard my blonde friend, which I haven't seen in forever, start talking loudly to another guy. I want to say that guy was short and fatter, and he had black hair, but I really don't know who the guy was. Well, anyway, that's all probably irrelevant. Well, he was saying something to this guy like, "Come on over here so I can kiss you and slobber all over you." And this really surprised me. He's not gay and he's not extroverted, so this really confused me. So I tried to keep the bathroom door closed as I listened to him, and I stood in the dark. But I didn't realize that this guy walked right to the bathroom that I was hiding in to actually use the facilities. So he opened up the door and he saw me there. So I said I was just coming in, and I reached over to turn on the lights, and the light did not come on. So then I tried the next switch, and then the next switch, and none of the lights were even working. So I left, apparently to get a bulb, but first I walked into the bedroom and I saw you. And I apparently forgot about the light bulbs and told you that I just heard that this blonde guy say all these different weird comments. And your response was very nonchalant. Like you said that this was normal, that men experience with being gay every once in a while. And really, that was the most ludicrous thing you could have possibly said. Strange things, strange 12-4, whatever it was. I am so done. 12-6-12, I had the right date. Now I'm going to get somebody else to probably give a little more ludicrosity to this world. Give it up for Jerry Reynolds. Jerry, get on here. Yeah. Jerry Reynolds. Where are you? And I get a handshake. Thank you very much. Oh, and I get a hug.
He gets a hug.
I get a hug. Adjust your mic. It tilts this way too. It turns.
This was a pause. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jerry Reynolds. Unlike other people,
Like other people.
I do not have I wrote down a bunch of stuff to remember, and it includes complimenting Janet. Thank you very much.
You wrote that down?
You are forgettable, unforgettable from now on. And it included waiting for the bus. And then I took the piece of paper and I folded it up like this, and I put it in my pocket because I do not read poetry.
Ah.
I'm going to tell you what I wrote. The Lisp. Good memory, and God bless you. And then I'm done. If anybody's showing up after me, after the Lisp, good memory, and God bless you, my work will be done. Yeah, tonight. The Lisp. On a scale of 1 to 10, where 1 is you have a bit of food on your clothing, and 10 is Yes, wife, that dress does make you look fat. A lisp can be 0.1 if you properly pronounce and avoid using the word that includes the letter. It might be annoying to the person that's listening to you. Not that I've ever had one myself, but there is something that I am proud to announce. I no longer have any annoyance pronouncing the ability to say that she sells whatever she wants to sell at whatever seashore that she wants to be at. No. I usually don't use a microphone when I'm talking to people.
But we're far
Gosh darn it. We're friends.
But we're far away, so we can't hear you. You need the mic.
Oh, I can yell at people. It's funny, she didn't interrupt anybody else.
I was answering you.
I am pleased to announce that I can pretend as though I never had a lisp. And that is the end of number 1. Number 2. Anybody remember good memory?
Right.
I'm not really old. I'm totally old. I'm as old as I've ever been. But I have learned how to have a good memory. And I can inform and teach every one of you how to have a good memory tonight. And honestly, this is a poem. In order to have a good memory, do something good. And then make it a habit. Number 3. God Bless You by Jerry Reynolds. God bless you. So says a woman on Grand Avenue, even if you don't sneeze. God bless you, she'll say, if you give her half an ear in the head of the half that your head that it's attached to. God bless you. What you're waiting for never comes. The bus, I mean, she'll say if you give her half a...
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am looking at this, and I believe we've got our last open micer up for the evening. So we might call if anybody wants to come up to do another poem, either from memory or something else. But I am first going to talk about upcoming features. And there's a reason, hear me out. Because we are running after this month. We've done it every single week. We're doing it every 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, October 9th, we've got Dave Getchick for our feature. Oh yeah, for Dave Getchick, definitely. And I also should do a call out. I've seen people coming in with guitars. Yes, I know. Singer-songwriter night is coming up, and you are more than welcome to be here, and we heart you and everything. We're just, busy reading. That's what we do, because I don't have a guitar, at least, or something. I don't know. But Dave Getchick's in 2 weeks. Then Marianne Schaefer is on October 23rd. Yeah, if you ever want to know a schedule, you can always go to www.chaoticarts.org/thecafe for the cafe gallery here. Then November 6th, we've got Bill Yarrow, because he was going to be in the beginning of the year and he got to be rescheduled. Then, I believe this is right before Thanksgiving, November 20th is Tom Curry. December 4th is Michael Hogue, and the last one we got scheduled for the year, December 18th, is Deborah Rosen. which is our next open micer. So I would like you guys to come by to all of this, and very, very shortly, I'm going to have a schedule set up for 2014, and I'd like everybody to come up and sign up for something appropriate for it. And in the meantime, I'm going to shush up and say, Deborah Rosen, get on up here. Give it up for Deborah.
First, can you hear me?
Sure.
Yes.
Okay.
Yay!
First, I'm going to announce I'm one of the editors of Rhino, and they're having a Founders Prize contest, and it's for you win an award. Submissions must be postmarked by October 31st. And I have some guidelines here if anybody's interested. You win money. My new poetry book just came out, and I'm going to read 2 poems from that. Some years ago, I went to Nepal with my daughter and proceeded to suffer from altitude sickness, and I'm going to read this poem. Altitude sickness on the Everest Trail. Gray sick green rising toward me from the millet fields. Is it pigment or startled birds? Wait, let me lie down. In a minute I will calm the millet, smooth everything. Help me hold this path stable. Do I put my head above feet or feet above head? Which will stop the wetness dripping down my leg, or deaden the throbbing rock at my ear before the mountain worries about avalanche, tries to steady itself, survive diminishment by any stone run amok? Survival, such a vigorous word, requires open eyes and effort. I will take the water and the wafer the Sherpa holds over me, but I can't remember if I swallow up or down. How do I get around my rhythming heart? Too big for my chest. First, let me rest, shut off the syncopation, as someone, the Sherpa, to do my breathing, relieve me of my chores. Here, vigor my body, I assign it to you. A fine one, really. Make it do good works, but come back someday. I will want to raise my eyelids, hear those missing stories, reforge myself.
Wow.
Because I had the altitude sickness and I couldn't go with my daughter to Tibet, I ended up in a Buddhist monastery. And here's one of the stories from there. Rice fields are terraced up the hillside. Giant steps Gautama could use to reach Kopan. He could name the color of these spikelets, hovering between citron, jade, viridian, exhaling light which I inhale to fix this scene inside me. Wet, wine-dark robes laid out on rocks for drying in the blue-skied shine of sun. Fir trees evergreen below me as I stand upon the monastery roof, amid wisps of rainbowed prayer flags and prayer rising from 100 meditating monks. I cannot bear the beauty of their unlined faces, or their chanting thrumming in the spaces of my heart. How can I leave this sloped world poised between imminent and past, where I have learned to live in the interstice of present tense? I'll read one more. This was kind of a takeoff on the other altitude sickness. She was my altitude sickness when I wanted to lie flat, close my eyes, and demand, "I'm too tired. Live my life too, Miss Smarty Pants Clever. You won't mix them up. Mine's the ridgeless one, yours the wild mountain train ride. I may bore you, but I don't start wars, consume insatiably. I have no gears to shift. You may share my life, hand it around, but do return it after you come down from the mountain. It's a good life. We must learn to live in first gear." Thank you.
I'm holding books like an idiot trying to clap. Good work, good work. Very, very good. Thank you very much. And that means, dun dun dun, ending of the first round for the open mic, which makes me very sad. And I was thinking that I could pull something, and I didn't know what to pull. And the first thing I thought of was this poem that I haven't read in absolutely forever. And so I thought I would share with you a poem that appears in the book Close Cover Before Striking, as well as collection books, called People's Rights Misunderstood. It's an older piece. I had a dream the other night that I was walking toward a street in this city, and a man came up to me, a skinny man. He lost his hair, and he walked right up to me, and he told me that no one cares anymore. And he took my hand, and he asked me to care about him. I'm not supposed to be like this, he said. I'm not homeless, you know. I have AIDS. And I wanted to tell him that someone did care, that he didn't have to die alone. But you know how sometimes you can't do things in your dream no matter how hard you try? Well, my mouth was open. It was wide open. But no words were coming out. You know, I'm afraid of going to sleep tonight. I'm afraid that a pregnant woman will come up to me and ask me for a hanger. And I'll tell her there's got to be another way, and she'll tell me that this is the way she chooses. I'm afraid a woman will come up to me and tell me she doesn't want to live because she's just been raped and her world doesn't make sense anymore. And I tell her that she can make it, and that 1 in 3 women are raped in their lifetimes, and they all make it. And besides, the world doesn't make sense to anyone. And she'll say that doesn't make her feel any better. And I'm afraid that I won't be able to walk down that street again without it looking like a Quentin Tarantino movie where everyone is pointing guns at each other. Yes, Mr. NRA, you are right. I feel so much safer knowing that everyone out there has a gun, and that there are more gun shops than gas stations, and that everyone is so willing to do the killing. So I'm going to go in rounds. Tom, do you have anything you'd like to add to the group? I might have one other thing. Give it up. One more for Tom Roby. With everybody here, we should probably like have one, one piece and go around, kind of thing like that, kind of thing.
Guess what? It's about 12 pages.
I'll read it really fast. Really fast. And
a little bit shorter than Dante's Inferno.
A
couple stanzas shorter.
But you'll suffer more as I get through it. Okay, so what can I get through here? Hollow.
Oh, that's good.
Inside the cave, looking out, light is a rock in my mouth, but around me, dark looks wide in any direction. Inside the cave looking in, dark feels heavy. Yet I must carry its weight whether I step or trip. Inside the cave looking up, the harder I stare, the more my cavity aches, chewing on dark. Inside the cave looking down, I feel water, that carved rock, a long time for no reason. Whenever I close my eyes, I am the cave.
Awesome, awesome, awesome.
I'm not hogging this, a really tiny one. Mean to me. Wrote this after I was almost killed too. Does that make it sound cooler? Sorry. I ain't got no money and nothing's for free. How many times are you going to pull on me? What do you have to give me? What do you expect of me? When I've got nothing, when you've got nothing, what are you supposed to mean to me? Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen. Who's scream something? Who wants something? Come on.
Oh,
You got one more? All right, yours.
Give it up here. Gene yells. So give it up for Gene again. Woo!
Yeah.
Cheers. It's gonna be a yelling contest. Who comes out again? I look 7 feet tall. I'm sorry. Like whatever your height is.
In my next life, 6'5". I'm so over being 5'2". But anyway.
That was my mother's height.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. This is again from Starvo. The title is Another Judgment Dream. Scarvo is sitting next to me. He's reading La Fleur de Mal while he sips a gin and tonic, almost as big as him. And here I am, minding my own business while the bartender wipes the table with a dirty rag. And I watch a spider crawl across the floor. So far, so good. I can hear the bells in the harbor, see the moon through the window that is like a white rabbit someone has pulled out of a battered black hat. Observe a few thrashing stars. I am so happy. Really, I am. I know I've had too much to drink, too many sliders. When I start blathering something about sin and redemption to anyone who will listen, and the dwarf who's sitting next to me begins to sway back and forth, back and forth, before pulling a derringer on me, and I'm not